Welcome back to the best show on the airwaves today. It is
Now,
Marks on the mic
yeah,
with your man, Ernest the Cat Miller, and the smart Mark himself, Big Shug. How
okay,
you doing, Cat?
man, I'm doing good, man. But I noticed one thing, man. I shaved. I went clean shaven
You
for an
did.
event.
You look
For
so
an event,
young.
for an event I had just clean shaven. I kind of feel good. But you
You look like
notice
Louis
something.
Farrakhan.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be on here with you if I was Louis Farrakhan. But
Why?
he just didn't associate with you guys.
You guys, that tone sounds awful racist.
Ray, somebody already told me you sound racist.
That's
They already
absolutely false. There is not a
listen.
racist bone
Listen,
in my body.
if I find one racist comment or anything that you involved in racist, I'm gonna come to North Carolina and beat your ass myself.
Well, you might
Oh,
want to not shave before you do that.
well,
That that, that baby
but
face
you
you
know what?
got ain't whooping nobody's ass.
Let's go back. Let's go back to my clean shaved
Yeah,
face.
let's do that.
Look good. So it's one thing I noticed back in the day when I was wrestling and entertaining people, the fans, they recognized everything. I remember I had let my diet go. I had gained about maybe no lie. I was getting big. I had gained about maybe 4 or 5, a few pounds. And you go through those times when you're wrestling on TV, you look your best, you diet, you stay clean, then you just want to relax for a couple of weeks, but you don't have any time off of TV. So what you end up doing is you just kind of sneak it through until you get back on your diet and just get rid of those weight. Some people just wear shirts, they cover it up. They cover up their extra pound. But me, it wasn't that much, I didn't think. But let me tell you this: as soon as I came out, finished the match, I came back, shook a fan hand. The first thing the fan said, "Cat man, you can still move. You'd have gained a few pounds,
What?
bro." They recognize everything they see on TV from week to week.
These
These
marks,
guys
man.
recognize, man. And think about this: when WCW just got its own YouTube channel now, so you can go back and watch WCW on its own YouTube channel.
Watch all the cat's
WWE,
matches.
and they can get listen. Now they can go and kind of compare what the prime time was like compared to what's going on now. But
It's getting eerily similar to when you were in your heyday to what it is now. It's getting about that good. I'm telling you, he got me hooked. I'm a mark too now. Mark's on the mic. I'm right here. I'm the biggest mark you got on the mic. I'm getting hooked now. They got me on the road to WrestleMania. I'm ready.
But listen, and it's so strange when I know the inside of wrestling, and so the marks, but they just fall into everything that happened on these shows. They were talking about like John Cena turning heel.
Yes,
They don't remember John Cena was a heel when he first started.
he
He was
was.
rapping
Yeah.
and stuff. He was a heel, and I guess once you put the two big possibly the two biggest stars WWE have ever produced in The Rock and John Cena. When you put them together and put them in, then throw in a little celebrity superstar. What was that guy name? I don't
Travis
follow
Scott.
rap. Yeah, Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott, the rapper.
Yeah, you throw him in, and then they came up with a good trick finish. Well, John Cena turned heel. Man, you had babies and young guys upset. I
Well,
saw
John was a pseudo heel for about a year in his early run before he became a champion. Once he became the world champion, people got behind him, and he was hustle, loyalty, and respect for 20 years.
See
And
that's what you see from the outside. Now let me tell you what we saw from the inside. I'm not afraid to say this. What we saw from the inside, the people wasn't really getting with his yo baby. They weren't really getting with that. So what they were doing, they started to boo that. So what Vince McMahon decided to do is to take somebody off TV. Vince McMahon go with that. He said, let's go with that. Let's make him kind of hillish, kind of bad guy. And eventually, if they put you out there enough, almost like the Salk, if they put you out there enough, people go either fall into it with you and start liking you and looking forward to you, or they go continue to grow. It's a big hill. So,
well, they really got behind him as a babyface once he won the original world title and put the spinner on it. And he was a bad guy that they liked, you know what I mean? So the fans kind of forced him to be a babyface, and then that's what he's
so
been.
wait a minute. Who was he? You said he was forced into being a babyface.
Well, I mean, he was still doing that rap stuff. He'd come out and do those your mama jokes on everybody and cut everybody down, and then everybody got to cheer.
I've never heard any mama jokes. If I did, it would have been a lawsuit in the making.
I ain't talking about somebody called my mama about to slap somebody. Okay. I'm talking about like, you come out here and blah, 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 blah. He talked so much shit to everybody and just cut them down and would make a rhyme out of it that everybody started cheering it. Everybody got behind it. It was so funny. They just got behind it.
But I don't think it was all that people said funny. He wasn't really a funny guy. This guy was a very likable guy.
16-time world heavyweight champion.
Bro, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off.
I'm just telling you.
Don't cut me off. We worked together. We tag teamed together before in the early stage.
That's right. That's right. I was blowing the comeback. Go ahead, Big Daddy.
So when me and this guy got together, I know you're a fan. You got your perspective. Listen, I'm trying to respect the fan. Matter of fact, this show is called Marks on the Mic because Marks on the Mic. We want to give you guys an opportunity to speak your mind. So I want to apologize to you because you the king, Mark.
Right.
You king, Mark. You king of all kings. You the biggest Mark in the world. So I apologize for cutting you off, Mr. Ray.
But I could say this before we get too far down the road of you giving me my flowers of being a Mark. I kind of saw this coming with John. The press conference after the Royal Rumble when he came in and just put himself in the elimination chamber without having to qualify. Pretty stern with his words. When Seth stomped CM Punk's head into the mat, and then he ran over there and put that STF on him real fast. A babyface don't do stuff like that. A babyface will play to the crowd like, oh my God, I can't believe, Seth did that to him. No, he ran over there and put him in that crossface till he passed out, and then the ref called it, and immediately, he's qualified now for WrestleMania. So to say that I didn't see it coming would be a lie, but I didn't know it was going to go that way. I figured it would be later. I did not know they were going to do it all in one night. I figured it would be like halfway down the road to WrestleMania, he would turn on him, but that was perfect. The way they did it to me was perfect.
I just noticed something, Ray. I just noticed something.
What?
I hope the guy hit you from the back. Ray is using the Cat's Corner podcast backdrop. That's not what we're doing.
I'm using the Cat's Corner to what? You cut out.
You're using the backdrop for the Cat's Corner podcast.
Yeah, absolutely I am.
But this is not, I want people to know this is not the Cat's Corner podcast.
I understand that. Well, until Cody, our producer, makes us a Marks on the Mic backdrop, I have to use this one.
Okay, well, that's good. But I just want the fans to know this is a totally different show. The Cat's Corner podcast is still out there. We're gonna continue to find and interview some of the biggest names in wrestlers, some of the older guys, some of the new guys. So that's right there. We're gonna still put that out. But this is Marks on the Mic. Marks on the Mic is for the fans, those people who are really diligent about being in the business of wrestling. They know everything. They look up everything. They're always there to support you.
On the dirt sheets, constantly trying to get ahead.
And as you see, I live that life. I am. Wrestling is just like the mafia. Once you in, you always in.
Once you try to get out, they pull you back in.
They pull you back in, and you know who they are.
The
They the
Marks.
Marks. They like Ray. They Big Ray. Big Ray is the biggest mark I've ever met in my whole life with a fake mohawk. I don't know what you call that. And y'all so funny looking, you know what? Y'all so funny looking motherfuckers, man. All the fans, all y'all look alike.
Oh, y'all look like.
I don't care
God.
where we go. Hey, Ray, I don't care. Ray, I went to, listen, I went to Kentucky. I did a show in Kentucky. I saw a guy look just like you.
Come on, man.
I went to, listen, listen, I went
Ain't
to,
nobody this handsome in the whole state of Kentucky.
I went to two Dubai. The fans who was there, one looked just like you, but a little darker skin. Then I went to China. I went to Japan.
Oh.
I saw, listen, all you marks and fans look alike. But listen here, Ray, let's get this new guy in. This guy right here is a fan. It's hard for me to call somebody a mark. It's hard. It's very. I mean, it hurt my heart.
I can't tell. That's all you've been calling me for 30 minutes.
Because it sounds so negative, but it's not. It's not negative. It's okay. First, you got the let's put this in prioritize the level of fans we have. You got the regular fan, right? Who watch this show occasionally, watch it, and look forward to seeing it at home. Then you got the super fan. This super fan right here got to be at all the pay-per-view. They got to be everywhere. Then you got the marks. These are the marks who tempered a little bit, involved with been there, involved with wrestling a little bit, probably ran the show, probably helped put up rings, probably wore a referee shirt before. It needs a mark. They think that they are not only in the business, but they know the business better than those guys who made a living on it. So anyway, we got a young man right here, James. And I talked to this guy, man. This guy traveled. He traveled. He drove damn near 2,000 miles for a wrestling event. And I wanted to have him on. And I just want to hear his side of it. So I want to hear what he got to say as a mark. He's our day. He is our mark for today. So if you can, Cody Wyoming, can you get him in? Get James in here.
That's Colorado Cody.
I know.
There's James. James, turn your camera the other way. Turn it sideways. That way we can get the big. There you go. Now you're live and live in color.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something, James. Today is your day. It's your lucky day. You know who I am, right?
Yes, sir.
Who am I?
Ernest, the legendary Cat Miller.
Do you know who I am?
No.
Big Shug, unfortunately, I do not.
It doesn't matter if you know me or not.
What you said, James? Tell him again.
He said, unfortunately, I don't know. Well,
hey, James, I'm glad you're here, man. I know you don't look too happy, but I know that stellar look you have right there. You always have. You never change. Every time I see you at the shows, and I tell you what, tell us about the last show that we was at, and I saw you my first time meeting you. What show was that? You remember?
The Wrestling Showcase 2022 in Chicago at the Schaumburg. Fun story, it was my 25th birthday that weekend when I met you. And you were like the pre-show match with Sonny Ono. They brought you and Sonny Ono in. And you were dancing, entertaining, and Ernest the Cat Miller got that W.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, did you like the match? 22.
Who did you beat?
That was 22. That was what, 3 years ago?
Yes, sir.
And how did the cat move in the ring?
He moved like he was 25.
Wow. Well, let's
Who
hear.
did he beat, James? James, you remember who he beat?
It doesn't matter who he beat.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a good match, and that was a good event. And I noticed, man, didn't you drive from where to get there? Where did you drive from?
I live in Kearney, Nebraska.
all the way to Chicago?
Yes, sir. I've driven to Chicago, Dallas, Tampa, New Orleans, uh, St. Louis, New Jersey. Um,
God, you've been everywhere, brother. But
Hold
then,
on,
Cody,
my Ray, don't cut them all, Ray.
Cody, Wyoming, even.
oh wow,
And why did you drive and put all those miles on your 1960 or 72 Volkswagen?
It's actually been a couple of different vehicles. It was
Okay, all right. But that was a long drive, man. I mean, did you just? I mean, when you how was the show? Now let's
it,
just talk. The travel was good because
travel.
you had the goal and the mission.
Golden mission is just to hang out with friends, maybe meet some friends along the way, and just enjoy myself because you only get one go round in this world. Make the most
amen.
of every moment.
Amen.
So,
Would
so would you consider yourself smart wrestling fan?
Smart to smart to where the fact that I need of where I need to know what I need to know. Then I just let myself get lost and entertained, and I don't need to know just about all these 5-star rating type of things or these backstage drama type of things. I mean, that's detrimental to the industry. Like how these journalists get these things is beyond me, but they have their source says, and I just I've enjoyed wrestling since I was 8 years old. And
okay,
Well,
I
well,
got a question for you. Which of the two? Well, let's call it the big three, I guess. You got WWE, TNA, and AEW. Which is your favorite?
now WWE, but for when I was 8 years old to a freshman in high school, maybe so I had a set regiment of Monday Raw, Tuesday, and they had that ECW show, Thursday TNA, Friday SmackDown. So and I would do that for 4 years, just
You
watching.
just watched them all. You consumed it all.
Yes, sir.
so so let me ask you this then, Mr. James. What made you fall in love with wrestling? What one thing made you now? First of all, do you love wrestling?
I love wrestling.
Okay.
I put it far. I make fun of football, saying football. They have their football thing in February. The real main event of the year is WrestleMania.
Woo wee. So when did you fall in love with wrestling?
2006.
Wow. How old were you then?
Eight
Two?
years old.
Oh, 8 years old.
And who was your favorite back then?
Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels,
Why?
Cena.
Because y'all were the same height? Yeah, that's an evil laugh. I kind of like that evil laugh.
Ray, I mean, Ray was the world champion when I got in. He was had that feud with tail end of the feud with he had that feud with Booker, with King Booker.
Oh man,
When
you
this King
remember
Booker.
that.
Booker.
Right off. But let me tell you something, Jane. Ray was lovable for kids. For kids and the younger age group, they loved Ray Mysterio. Probably because Ray Mysterio is just he just got what the kids like, man. That's why he's been around for 20 years, man. But let me ask you this then. It's scripted. You know that, right? And I'm not
Correct.
trying to hurt your feeling. It's scripted, right? And it's predetermined. You know that, right? Now, you know that you look like a smart guy. You ain't like the average Mark. You look smart. You're a smart guy.
I
Now,
got
knowing these two things, what drives you to watch it still?
it's an it it's an escape. It's been around since the dawn of television, and it's just the good guy, bad guy some
yeah.
gray areas along the way here and there, but it's storytelling, and I think just the storytelling aspect. Because I heard it all throughout. Oh, it's fake. They're on steroids. They're on that every bashing that any person would get would like to throw our way as wrestling fans, and it would actually get me hot to the point where I'd want to get a little animated.
Oh yeah. So you said something that was pretty upfront, and I kind of follow you. That's what I heard. People say it's a storytelling. It's like watching the Cowboys and Indians, but today's day you got a good guy, bad guy. It's good to tell good story with wrestling. So listen, man, if you can enjoy that, I hope you continue to enjoy it. But let me ask you this right here. You call yourself, you're a smart guy. You know some of the inside stories, right? You
Yes,
know
sir.
something around. Let me ask you this. Tell me, what does these words mean to you? Kayfabe.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, sir. Kayfabe. Pretty much, don't pull back the curtain too much. Like,
Ooh. Oh, I
let,
got
let, let, let the magician, let it be magical.
wow.
And I would answer that with simply saying, staying in character.
Yes, sir.
Let
Staying
the
in character.
music move your feet. That's what you saying. How about this right here? What is a rat? Probably something you never had. But what is a rat in wrestling? A
A
ring
rat,
rat.
a female.
Woo!
Uh,
Take it easy now, boy. I see you sweating a little bit. Take it easy.
Woo! We're gonna dance all night, dance a little longer.
a,
Woo!
a female entertainment for the male talent.
Ooh. Have you ever met one before on the road?
I have not.
Oh, you know what a ring rat is. A ring rat tells us just it's a female wrestler a female fan that decided to get along with the wrestlers. So I mean, I've never had
We'll
one.
wait for you after the show
Yeah.
and go
So
wherever you go.
so let me ask you this. Let's see if you got this right here, bro. I might have to send you old gift because you're a smart Mark. I want to call you a fan, but you're in that super fan territory
Super
right
fan.
now. You know too much. What do you? Well, let me ask you something. What's your What do people? What do they? What does it mean when a wrestler say "get over"?
Get over it. To
Or when a fan say "get over"?
resonate with the audience,
Okay.
Good or bad,
good or bad.
they're over.
As long as they're getting reaction, good or bad, it because if you can resonate with the audience, there's potential for you to go for a long.
Up to card. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now let me ask you this, man. I got a couple more questions before we can let you go. I don't want to hold you on too long. I know you probably got wrestling to go and watch.
Oh,
But
yeah.
who is your favorite wrestler?
It's a tough one.
I like that look on your face, the look of joy. Where
Eddie
your
Guerrero.
hands at?
Eddie Guerrero,
Oh,
No,
Eddie
we're talking about right
Guerrero.
now, current wrestlers
current wrestler.
on the product.
AJ Styles,
You like AJ Styles?
How about your least favorite wrestler?
Gunther,
Kuta. Kuta Kente? What are you trying to pull my leg? He's not a wrestler. Kuta
Gunther.
Kente, Kuta Kente was this guy from what's the name of the African show back in the day?
Roots.
Root.
Roots. Alex Haley's Roots.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's your favorite wrestler,
No,
James?
Toby was his favorite on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, Gunther is the German,
I
the
know.
Austrian
Great.
German.
I know,
Smack
Ray.
you down, cat.
Take it easy.
He
Now
is
let
the
me ask you
machine.
this: AEW or WWE. Come on now, you getting to be a smart Mark. Mark on the
WWE.
mic. Who?
WWE.
You woo! That's a good one. Now, this last one before we let you go. Before we let you go. Do you acknowledge your tribal chief?
He's got a
Yes.
one up.
Ooh, yeah.
He acknowledges
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet. Hey, Jay, listen, man, listen, you're a Mark. I got to send you a patch. You're an official Mark now.
Yeah, we
Smart
patched
Mark.
you into
You on
Marks
the
on the
mic?
mic.
And
Can I say
listen,
one-
now you got the floor. Ask me anything you want to know about the business. Ask me some behind the scene, behind the curtain stuff. Ask me anything. You got one question. You got 30 seconds.
I want to know one of your favorite Eric Bischoff and Sonny Ono stories.
You know what's so funny to me is like these guys been friends for so long. I mean, good friends. They worked together, did a lot of stuff together, family travel together. But have you seen how Eric looked like the hair stand up on the back of his neck when Sonny is around and doing Sonny stuff? Have you ever noticed that? He's like he drive Eric crazy with some of the stuff he'll say and do.
Yes,
What
I
about the
do.
throwing stars? What about the throwing stars that they made together?
No, we ain't talking about that. He know Eric really well, so he know what I'm talking about. How Sonny
Sonny-
get on and get nerves. So that's the problem. I like sitting together. And Sonny is always doing something. And Eric is the straight face guy that I don't have time to play with you, Sonny. Let's cut it out today. But anyway, James, listen, bro. Thanks for coming on. Now go.
Now you can go tell everybody you know who I am, so you can
Now,
all your friends
listen,
and stuff at school. You can
listen,
tell them.
James. Now you can go and sign up, subscribe,
Hit that like
and
button.
tell everybody about the Cat's Corner. So
Yep,
what do you
tell
think
them.
about it so far? What do you think about the Cat's Corner so far? Be honest.
I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed a few episodes. I enjoyed your Stevie Ray Sunny episode.
Wow.
Well, don't forget to tell your friends about the Cash App. That's the $ Cats, the Cat's Corner podcast, right there. Cat's Corner podcast with $.
Listen, if you enjoy,
Cash App.
drop a dime, drop a dollar. We here to entertain you. And right now we doing it with the fans. This guy right here is a super fan, a super Mark, who got friends and everything. So listen here, James. What is that, James? What you got there?
Just
83 weeks. He advertised.
83 weeks. He's advertising for the Bischoffs.
There you go, brother. But listen here, man. Bischoff is one of my good friends, man, and you can advertise him whenever you want to. And we gonna start going live, and you're gonna be able to call in. You're gonna be able to call in to ask these questions. But anyway, you did a great job, man. Listen, I'm glad I was able to entertain you for so many years in the business that I love and help create. And it got somebody like you said, it had to go through some good times and the bad times with it and with you. So I was just glad to be a part of that and that wrestling helped you do that. So, hey, thanks for coming, James.
Thanks for coming on, Mark, to the mic. You're the man, James.
Thank you for having me. You guys, I'm most certainly as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna send the link to a group chat and be like that I have wrestling fans with and but like subscribe to this channel.
Hey, all right,
Cat's Corner Podcast. THE Corner. Cat's Corner Podcast. That's right.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, James.
Thanks for coming on.